There's a reason that less than 10% of traders become successful, and that's because it takes a certain type of person, an individual, to become successful at trading or anything else, to become profitable at trading or anything else. Now, I have a theory as to what kind of person it is. Have you heard of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, right? His book. Well, in this video, I'm going to present to you Robert Roy's 7 Habits of Highly Effective Traders. Okay, let's get into our 7 power habits. Habit number 1, be humble. Respect the power of the markets. You may feel that you are in control, but you are not. You are on the sidelines. Unless you are a Warren Buffett, a massive market maker, brokerage firm that moves the market, a huge floor trader, you are not moving the market. You are not in control. You do not have any say in what happens. What you need to focus on is how to jump on the coattails of those that are. Be humble to understand that you are not big enough to move the market. Now, when I say that, I know Warren Buffett watches our show, at least I've been told, so he is big enough, but for the average person, you're not, right? So be humble and respect the power of the markets. Power habit number 2, be disciplined. Follow a time-tested trading system and don't stray from it. Stick to that plan. You see, if you decide to put Google Maps on your car and you're driving along and you're going somewhere and you go, you know what, I wonder what this road does, and just take off over there, right? You're not doing yourself a service trying to get to your final destination. Or my favorite is when you teach somebody to present material in front of a room and all of a sudden they go down a rabbit trail, right? We call that squirrel, right? And they're just chasing a squirrel somewhere. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just off somewhere else. They were just talking about a great pattern and structure and setup, and the next thing you know, they're in Tahiti telling you about a vacation that they were on. They have no idea how they got there, right? Follow a time-tested system and don't stray from that system. I want that system to be exact every time. How often? 25 of the exact same trade on your setup before you change anything. Period. Don't just go and say, oh, I did 2 trades, let's change it around. You'll never know what works. All right? So be disciplined and follow that system. Power habit number 3 is to control your emotions. Now, this is a good one. This is a funny one, actually, from how I first learned. My mentor said, Rob, I need you to learn how to trade like you are bored. What do you mean? And the example he did was just this. He goes, oh, I guess I have to place a trade. And he hits the enter button and he goes, okay, I guess it's time to get out of the trade. I'm like, Vaskin, are you kidding me? How in the world can you have that kind of emotion, no emotion, when you've got real money in the trade? He said, that's the level you need to take it to, where it is not about, the emotion is not determining what you're going to do. I understand being passionate, right? Or even worse, you normally take 2 contracts on a trade of your options, let's say, or 200 shares of stock, whatever it is. And now you decide, listen, on this one, don't tell my wife, on this one, I'm going to do 10 because I know this one is going to take off. That's emotion, feelings that are dragging that out. That is not controlling your emotions. You need to trade methodically, systematically. If you can't do that, then you go ahead and you put an order in place to enter the trade based on X. Once the stock moves up through this price, I'm going to buy this call option. Period. Once that happens, you can set a trailing stop. You could set an OCO order, but you put them in automatically so you can set it and forget it. Just get away. You are your own worst enemy. Do not get in your own way. One of my favorite movies, it's actually mine and my wife's song, our wedding song and our song we were dating was The Glory of Love by Peter Cetera, right? Is The Glory of Love. And Mr. Miyagi, I love Mr. Miyagi, right? Best block, no be there. Right? Get out of the way. You need to control the emotions. Power habit number 4, treat your trading like a business. Now, we have an entire video I did on this, and I'll put a link in the description down below that you can click on it, but I would definitely go check that video out. But how do you treat your business, how do you treat your trading like a business? Okay. See, A hobby is something you spend money on. I like to go fishing, right? I don't ever catch enough to make up for the cost of the gas, the cost of the bait, the cost of the boat, the insurance, blah, 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 right? And of course, since it's my boat and I invite people, nobody really says, hey, I'll pay for the gas, right? Treat it like a business. That's a hobby. I enjoy going out. I love taking my family and my friends out on the boat, right? That's a great day for me, right? My best day of work, how does it go? My worst day of fishing is better than my best day of work, right? That to me is a hobby. As a business, I'm not going to say, well, okay, let's just go take all these people out on the boat. We're going to drop $300 today between gas, bait, lunch, and everything else because we go to lunch on the water, right? I'm not doing that, right? As a business, I am controlling costs, but you must know that there are going to be costs. And of course, you want the business to pay for those costs, right? So what are those costs that you could run into? Well, you've got commissions. So definitely choosing the right broker for commissions. You're going to have software that you may be using that you're paying for, whether monthly, one time, annual, whatever it is that you're going to pay for. You've got education. That's critical. When you look at a business, McDonald's doesn't just say, hey, we'll give somebody the keys and say, go start a new McDonald's franchise. No, they go through months of training before they step into their restaurant, and then they're trained again in their own restaurant, right? So treat it like a business. Now, power habit number 5 is stay adaptable to the market conditions, right? Don't look at that chart and go, ooh, it's going up and that's it. I've made a decision. It goes up. Yeah, okay. You sound like you're back in 1998 if that's the case, right? Because everything just went straight up in the air. Stay adaptable to the market conditions. What does that mean, Rob? Things change. I've got a phrase for you. It's 2 words. They both start with the same letter, and it starts with turning your head to the left. Look left. Look left. Look left and determine what's going on. When you see the market is kind of rolling over at a top and starting to come down, that may be a time to go, you know what? I may have to shift focus for right now on what's happening and make a slight change to the market. Now, power habit number 6 is focus on managing risk and protecting capital. It's bottom line. Folks, the only way this game works for you is at the end of the day, you've got more than you started with. The end of the day, week, month, year, however you're measuring it, you've got more than you started with. Don't ever look at a day and say, oh, I lost today, I guess I can't trade. It doesn't work that way, right? It's an over time, how are you doing? But focus on managing the risk that's inside of the trade that you're willing to put into an individual trade. You may not have the capital to take on a certain risk. I'll give you a great example. When it comes to options trades, I love naked puts. I'm a huge naked put trader, right? Where basically you're selling something you don't own, but I have a limited amount that I can lose in that trade. A naked call, on the other hand, has a limited profit with an unlimited risk. You see, that is not managing risk properly. Now, does that mean there are not places for that? Absolutely not. I trade naked calls all the time. But I can promise you that I am sitting there like this. And I'm not walking away. I know that if the market goes against me, I'm getting out of that trade. And it's my risk profile doesn't allow me to walk away. I do it because I'm trying to tweak my way into a trade, like a credit spread, where I'll sell first, take a bigger premium in, my cost will go down in price, and I can buy it then and have much less in that trade. All right, but make sure you manage your risk. And then power habit number 7 is to never stop learning. Folks, we do so much here at wealthbuildershq.com to help educate you and so many other traders, 100,000 plus traders that we've worked with since 1999 when I started teaching traders how to trade. And I can tell you that when you look at what we're doing here, in this video, when you look at all of our social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, it doesn't matter. Everywhere you look, we have things that we are publishing, posting on there, right? If you go to our blog, if you look at our Trade with Rob videos or the Trading from the Car or 2-Minute Tuesdays, there's so many places that we offer education. And much of it has no cost to you at all. There are some of you, though, that look at it and say, Rob, there's so much free stuff on YouTube or out there in the market. I really want to dig in. So do we have some of the advanced programs? Absolutely. Power option plays, where we're up And everything we talk about is non-funded, of course. We're up almost $900,000 year to date. All right? That is a phenomenal program. Our mastermind group, which is the start of bringing you into a mastermind and teaching you start to finish, soup to nuts, everything you need to know to start becoming successful in the market. Actually, I have a piece of the program in there called 28 Days to Mastering the Mastermind Group. And then we go from there to inner circle and one-on-ones and so forth. It's all a matter of what you're looking for. But it really comes down to how fast do you want to get there. That's really what it comes down to. Can you do this all on your own from some of the free stuff that's out there? Without a doubt. Will you have an advantage over somebody else that has gone the extra mile and learned how to do this one-on-one where they sat down for an entire day with me? Without a doubt. It's showing up for a job with a high school diploma and showing up for a job with a bachelor's degree. Doesn't mean with a high school diploma you're not qualified to do that job, but that bachelor's degree is just a couple of steps ahead of you because they've already learned some things that you may not have at that point. So these are what I've observed to be some of the 7 biggest habits of highly effective traders. But I'm sure there are plenty more that I missed. What are the other habits that effective traders like yourself can think of? Let me know in the comment section down below. Until next time, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. I'll see you all in our next training. Bye for now. Folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the training. Now, if you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up and go ahead and hit the subscribe button right over here and hit the bell to keep up with all the latest trading content. And oh, did you know that we have a podcast? Supercharge your trading education with the Stock Market Millionaire, which you can find in the description down below. And while you're there, you can also find other amazing free trading resources that I put together just for you.